All right, great. Yes, so let's get started, guys. Take a deep breath into your belly. Breathe in, hold it out through the mouth. It's always good to start from a centered place. Let's take another deep breath together. Deep breath in, into your belly. Push it out, hold it out through the mouth. Well done. Yes, just you can shake your body a little bit and let all the tension just go away, because today we are talking about pleasure. We are talking about moving away from pressure, which is what some of us we are used to, and definitely not the reason why we came to coaching. So today we are looking at profit from pleasure, joy, and this is the major shift between a prosperous coach and an ordinary coach that has an ordinary business that maybe makes less than what they were making before they became a coach. It's not about really working so hard and pushing yourself, because that mindset of a hustler can take you only this far. But if you want to really create a prosperous business that has a lasting impact, then you want to listen. You want to listen to our discussion today, because it's more of being in your element, in your joy center, in being centered in that element of freedom, more than being confined in that element of fear and pressure. Like I said, this is not why we left coaching. This is not why we left 8 to 5. For those who've already done that to come to coaching, it's actually so that we can have this freedom. And so I would like to invite you to open up to this alignment with joy. All right. So let's move on. For those who are taking notes, we have the comment section there that we are going to make use of. So the first thing that we are going to look at, my dear coaches, is the S word. The should, the weight of should, what you feel as a coach you should be doing. And this is where most of us get stuck. I should be posting every day. I should be calling this client and that one. I should be, and that gets us in a very limited energy where you feel there's so much pressure. You feel the pressure to sell, the pressure to push for the next client. And that's not the energy that will give you prosperity. That's not the energy. It can give you short-term breakthroughs, but not long-term legacy. And in the coaching industry, if you want to build strong, you really must look long-term. You're looking at the next 10 years, 15 years, 18 years, 20 years. What is your legacy going to be? You cannot build legacy through pressure. Pressure will not build. The only thing that will be built through pressure is maybe diamonds, but not coaching business. You can't build through pressure. And I'm speaking from a place of testimony that I walked the journey of pressure, and it was disappointing for me. And I wasn't getting the results that I was looking for until I took that deep breath and relaxed in what I felt was giving me joy, and only focus on that and only commit to that. Because I was so busy at the beginning, you're doing so much, you're so busy, and yet the income is not showing where your business, has been around. And so it's a mind shift from pressure to joy, to joyful serving. Serving from your element, serving from who you are as a person. And when you serve from that place, it's like the universe conspires to just bring you the right people, the right clients, the clients in your niche that connect with you, connect with your purpose, and connect with what you stand for. We literally don't need to reach everyone. We don't need to market to everyone. And the pressure of being like someone else in the marketplace, because when you are starting, sometimes you look at people in the marketplace and you're asking, what did they do to get there? What did Jeff do to get where he is today? My journey is my journey. Your journey is your journey. And you can only succeed not by following me, but by following your energy. Because all of us as coaches, we have our own unique energy. And when you just sit in that energy and become and lead from that energy and serve from that energy, there's no one that can ever compete with you. There's no one you're competing with. And you're not stepping out from competition. You're stepping out from service. And people that are really truly aligned with you, that will pay for your services without even questioning it, because they are aligned to your value and they are aligned to your service, will be drawn to you like a magnet. They will come to you. We are not here to really pursue, because the energy of pursuit is the energy of limitation, where you're pursuing and it's pressure and you feel, oh my God, I must do this so I am able to make my ends meet. And you end up actually not making the ends meet, because the more pressure, the more detached you are with who you are, the more detached you are from your energy, and the less you're connecting with the ideal client. Okay, so I'm speaking from a journey and I'm speaking from an experience that really this works like a miracle. And the reason you may not find so much out there about serving from a place of freedom is because the world is populated with pressure. And people are just happy getting a one-time breakthrough, not a long-term growth curve, which is what I subscribe to. Is if you want to leave a legacy on this world, you really must go on that long-term progressive growth curve, not once in a while breakthrough where you have 10 clients and then in the next week you have 0 clients. Okay, so you want to build, if you really want to build a legacy, it has to be from your truth and it has to be from that place of joy. Okay, so the S word is where we begin today. We are only looking at the S word today, the should, what you feel you should. And this is something we have to deal with. The pressure, the voice that tells you you should do this, you should do this, and then that clouds your energy so much, you end up doing so much that brings in not so much results. Okay, so we have to get to that place of stillness and let go of shoulds. And that's a place of power where I don't have to do that. And you only know the truth by stillness. You get to go past the chaos in the mind. You have to go through past the chaos in the head, because the mind shows you what everyone else is doing there, and you don't know their energy. You don't know where they are coming from. You don't know their center. You don't know their strength. They are not you. And so until you settle down, you get to that space of power where you are yourself and you can live from that place of joy, then you will be following this person and follow this person, and the energy drops because it's not coming from within. Okay, so it keeps on dropping and dropping and dropping, and soon you realize the temptation to go back to fishing, to go back to what you used to do before coaching. And so it's all about going back and dealing with your shoulds. What is it that you feel you should do? And I want you to begin to list down on your coaching notebook, even as we have this conversation, what is it that I feel I should do? And write it down. I should do this for me to succeed as a coach. What is it that you feel you should do? Write it down on your notebook. What do you feel you should do for you to reach your success or your prosperity as a coach? What do you think you should do? The challenge here is to build from other people's blueprint. And I'm encouraging you to begin to go within. The kingdom of God is within you. It's not outside there. If you really want to reach out and build a legacy that is solid, we have to go within. And there is no example. There is no examples out there that can show me who Jeff can be apart from Jeff himself. There's no examples that can show you who you must be apart from yourself. And your story is where the price is. Your story is the currency that will give you the kind of impact and income that you desire. It's all in you. It's all within you. And so we are not looking outside there. We are not looking at anyone. We are looking within ourselves and finding that story that aligns correctly with our destiny. And then serve from there. Because so we want to do only what we are inspired to do. And the moment you begin that and build from that culture of doing what you're inspired to do, okay? Sometimes I'm inspired to do books, and there are weeks I've really done like 2 of my books that have been stuck for years, do them in a week and complete. It's inspiration. But if I'm not inspired to do it, I'll not do it. I will not tell myself, oh, I should do this book. I should publish it. I don't have to. I don't have to. And it's because I understand energy. And when you flow with what, the joy within you, the energy from your heart, you'll be led to where you need to be. And sometimes you're just inspired to call someone from a place of joy. You just call someone and the person tells you, where have you been? Like yesterday, I connected with this client who did my 6 months in the year 2008. Do the math, 2008 and today. And the guy, we've never spoken after that, 2008. And I was looking at my phone book and just texted and say, hello, how are you? By the way, how did the coaching go? The techniques, the mind shift you are making, how did they go? And from there, he's like, I've been looking for your number. And I'm meeting him next week again as a client. I just, coming from that place of freedom and joy, I didn't have to. The number has been there, but I didn't feel inspired to do it. And so I wanted to differentiate between making decisions out of pressure. I have to, my God, I have to. I have to because my rent is due. I have to because my kids are going to school. I have to because I need, to pay that debt. I have to. That is not the energy here. And we can't build on that energy because the energy of pressure will be replicated in your business. You're going to see it in your clients, in their performance and in their outcomes and what they are really, the results that they are getting. But when you come from that energy of joy and build from joy and build from pleasure and build only on things that you enjoy and work only on clients that you enjoy serving, you can't serve everyone. You are not Jesus Christ Jr. You're not here to serve people. No, you're not here to serve everyone. No, you are here to serve only your ideal client. Okay, are we together? Let me see on the comment section if we are together. On the comment section, if we are together, let me see. On the comment section, on the comment. If you can find the comment section, are we together? Tuko pamoja, just a check-in, just a check-in. Are we together? Are we together? Yes, 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 we are. Awesome, awesome, fantastic. Just checking. We are together here. Thank you, coaches. I can see energy is high at peak. When you engage, you get the most out of the training. You get the most out of this training. And so I want you to write on your coaching note, deal with my shoulds. Deal with my S word, and make sure you specify it should, just in case someone reads your notebook. Deal with my S word, deal with my shoulds. It's very sneaky, by the way. You just find yourself in that pressure zone, and I should do this, I should do this, I should do this. No, you're free. You're free. You've been set free. You're free. And the story of, something needs to be fixed and fixed very fast is not true. So you want to come from that place of power. And that's why we are here today. I've said there, you're not broken. You've just been building from someone else's story. And we are here to deal with that language of I should do this, I should do this, to freedom, to expansion, to joy. And you can feel it. The thing is, the body has got its intelligence. The body can tell you where you're living from. The body can tell you where you're living from. You can't lie to your body. Okay, so let's deal with that S word. Now, where is should showing up in your business? Now, let me see on the comments section. We can interact, make this more interactive. And the more you interact, the more you can get from this, because this is going to be collaborative work together if we are going to get all the results you are looking for. So the question is, where is should showing up in your coaching business? Where do you feel what do you feel you should do? Where is it showing up? Let me see how you answer that question on the comments. Where is it showing up? Go within, answer. Don't overthink. Just on the comment section, or you can unmute yourself if you're so inspired. Where is should showing up in your coaching business? Where is should showing up? Let me see on the comments section. Yes, we have a response there. I feel I should post on social media platforms. Yes, that's a should. That's a should. Thank you for sharing, Coach. Thank you, Coach Sue. Let me see. I want to see, as you share, we are learning from one another. It's showing up on the marketing side. Yeah, I feel I should market. I know coaches who never marketed and they have made a lot of money. By the way, it's not a should. Unless you're inspired, don't do it. Do it from inspiration, okay? Coach Emily, Coach Elizabeth is saying busy rather than productive. Yeah, that I should be busy. And it's a cover-up for the real things. Like, when you're busy, you're like, yeah, I'm working. Coach Yvonne is saying marketing and visibility. Yeah, I should do this. Coach Bruno, used for future fear. Hey, I should do this because in the future, haujui kutaendaje. The thing is, we are here to let go of those shoulds. Coach Irene is saying, I should be charging the sessions being too nice. Being too nice. I should be too nice. And that's one way of losing your power as a coach, by the way, is to be too nice. The clients are not looking for nice coaches. No, they already have that in their family members. They are looking for coaches that can really stand in their power and mirror true power and mirror true energy. When you mirror that, and part of it is in your charging, and we are going to go into pricing very soon in this discussion. Coach Joanne is saying, I feel I should expand my niche to be all rounded. Yes, again, all these are shoulds. It doesn't matter how good it is. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it's the good things that keep you from great. Have you read the book, The Enemy of Great is actually good? Good is the enemy of great. And so sometimes something looks good and you're busy on it, but it's actually the very thing that is stopping you from your promised land. It is the melons of the desert place, and you can stay there for a long time. I feel I should take off. Yes. You're like, take off from where? So Coach Morais, Coach Sylvia, Coach Moriah is saying in marketing, I should create more visibility. I can see I should begin to connect more. You see, so this is all of us can feel the weight of should and the pressure it brings if we were to be honest with ourselves. That shoulds actually bring a lot of pressure. And when you serve from that pressure, it's sort of going to attract clients who are also in that pressure element. And you wonder, how come I'm connecting with people that are like this? It's because of the energy. It's not the energy of pleasure. It's not the energy of joy. It's the energy of pressure. We are children of God, my people. We are not created to live in the prison of shoulds. We are created to be free, to create. We actually creators. And you can only create from joy, from that place of pleasure. Okay, another question is, what's one thing you do because you think you should do, not because you want to? Of course, that's the same question, like the one I'd asked before, but I want you to note it on your notebook. What's the one thing that you do because you think you should, not because you want to? Okay, I feel I should do this. It could be a good thing, like I said, writing my books. Sometimes it's just good to immerse myself, but it's not coming from joy. It's just pressure. I want to be maybe like the next coach that has 100 published books. Maybe I want to be like the next a speaker that has so many books. Before they speak, they say, oh, I just published my 40th book, and maybe when I sit there, I just feel so small and sense of it's like I'm not myself. And that's one way to lose yourself. Okay, is to look externally. Question: who or what told you to do it that way? Let me see how you answer that question. Where did you learn this, that we should actually focus on those things that we are focusing on? Who told you you should do it that way? Where did the pressure come from? Where is the pressure coming from? That's another way of asking that question. Where's the pressure coming from? Who wants to answer that? Where does the pressure come from? You can just unmute yourself or on the comment section. Where is the pressure coming from? Why do you feel you should do that? Who told you, or what told you it's done that way? And how does it affect? Maybe even as you answer, if you unmute yourself, please answer the last question here on the should. How does it affect your energy and excitement? Or we can have two people, one answer each of those. How does it affect when you should all over yourself and you go for your shoulds? How do you feel about your energy? If you are to be honest with yourself, even as you're doing it, how do you feel? How do you feel when you should? When you do something you feel I should. What is the energy? What is the energy? Let me see. You can answer either of the questions or both of them on the comment section, or you can unmute yourself so we can move forward. What is the energy? What is the energy that you feel when you serve from a place of should? And where did you learn that? Okay, great. Good is the enemy of great. Yes, Coach Sue. Yes, powerful book. I should be certified fast. Yes, that's a lie, Coach Joanne. I tell you, you don't have to for you to be a successful coach. In fact, I have so many stories of coaches in this class, in the Destiny Life Coaching class, that were very impactful even before the graduation. Coach Miriam is saying, seeing our mentors doing the same things. Yeah, so most of this is from mentors, is from people that we look up to. And sometimes we think they are doing the same thing, but we want to come close to those mentors and tell them, especially the successful one. Sometimes what you see is actually not what you see, is not what's there. Someone may be grounded in joy, and you feel as though they're just marketing aimlessly, and it's not. They're just flowing. You see, some of us, when we flow, we fly. Okay, we don't just flow. When we flow, we fly. And so sometimes you may think, oh, this guy is all confused, but they actually, we are flowing from the place of our energy and our joy and our nature, and that's how we are. And so when you want to be like someone, we lose so much, because then we make our energy static, and then we are looking up to someone else's energy. Let's look within. Coach Joanne is saying, I got pressure from observing how you train us. Made me feel feel like my view is myopic. Wow. The intention is to inspire you, Coach Joanne. It's to inspire you. And when you step in your nature, you know, you find the element just shows up. You just show up as you. You don't have to be me. And this is what I tell my coaches. I don't want followers. I want leaders. I want you to lead from you. I want Coach Joanne to lead from Coach Joanne, not to be a sub Jeff. No, I want to be Coach Joanne and feel that energy and build your story, the one that God has helped you to build. You build on that story and build on that story. You realize your story is very unique. Okay. Yes, Coach Moriah. Yes, Coach Moriah, go ahead before I continue these responses here. Coach Moriah, I see your hand. Unmute. Coach Moriah, we can't hear you if you're talking. I see your hand. Please unmute. Okay, Coach, we can't hear you. Kindly type, we can't hear you somehow. Coach Mary is saying the energy is negative. Yes, when you serve from a place of pressure, you just feel negativity. And this does not mean you don't market, by the way. I'm not saying we don't market. I'm not saying we don't post on social media. Oh, there are days I post on social media. There are days I do articles on LinkedIn, one after the other. It's because I'm in that element. I'm working from a place of joyful service. I don't have to. And you may see me post like in a week, every day, sometimes in one day, 4 times. And then I go quiet because I'm not inspired. I'm not inspired, and I'll not post because everyone else posts every day. That's what they are posting. No, I'm coming from a place of inspiration. So sometimes when you look at people, they have a strategy, maybe they have a marketing manager. Again, you want to be like them. It's a trap. Don't go there. Go within yourself. The kingdom of God is within you, like I always say. That you are created and shaped for this work. You've been wired for success, not failure. God is a genius. He wired you to succeed in your element. The way you've been wired, that's the way you are going to succeed in your coaching work. Coach Yvonne is saying, I feel my energy pressure of wanting to complete fast and share. Okay, so I must be complete. I must complete this before I share. There are books I've written that have all the grammar mistakes. but I was inspired to write it, and people have changed. Someone called me from South Africa. They read my book and their life changed. The book is full of mistakes, but who cares? I was inspired. Again, when you let that perfectionism lead you where you feel I have to be ready, you've been ready since you joined this class. You were ready in the first day. You are ready from the first day you are ready. And so that is not true. That there is something that you need to do first before you become the person or see the results that you need to see. Coach Sue is saying pressure comes from looking other fellow coaches. Yeah, outside there, you're like, you Google. When you Google, you're like, okay, so you can see all these people who are building all these beautiful profiles. And let me tell you, this can be breaking news. Sometimes a very good website does not translate to a good income. I'm sure some of you know that. And having even online presence doesn't lead to getting clientele. Sometimes it goes to the wrong person. It goes to the wrong people because we are not in the right energy. And so it's not really about being so much out there. It's about being so much in here. Oh, that's a tweetable moment. It's not about being out there, it's about being in here. Go within, find your joy, and not just once in a while. Train your mind because the mind is trainable. You know, the mind is like a puppy. You can train your puppy how to sit, come, stand, sit, and you know, go around and do this and do tricks. It's just like the mind is trainable. The mind is not static. The mind does not stay the same. And so you can train your mind to operate from joy, or you can train your mind to operate from fear. Now, you don't need to train your mind to operate from fear because this is what we all know. You know, from 4 years of age, we've been trained to fear. I mean, even the parenting that we received was about fear. I've been told, don't go out. Girls, don't go out. Don't go out. Don't. At this time, you must be back. And we are living our parents' fears. And you bring that into our products. We bring that into coaching. We are bringing the same energy. If you operate from fear, then even your clients will sense that fear in you. And so it's about to release that fear, release that pressure, even though it's meeting a need. Because sometimes the pressure seems to meet a need. Like you feel like, oh my God, there's a need. And the need is sometimes the need for certainty or the need to be sure of yourself. Or I must, if I just sit, I'll not be sure of myself. Am I really a coach if I just wait? If I just pray and meditate and it doesn't mean you sit down and wait. It means you be inspired. What should I be doing? Sometimes when I was in Nairobi, I'll just be inspired to take a walk from my office to Adams Arcade to the junction. And you sit down with someone, and from there, that conversation creates a corporate clientele that actually gives you what you are looking for. And so you really must flow. You must be in a place where you're open. You cannot dictate the mind of God. You can't dictate the universe on what it will bring to you, but you can be open for the flow. Am I open for the flow? Am I open to connect with the right people? Because that's where real business is. The hard work training that we've received where you're feeling, oh, so many kwa bidii and things will be good for you. Some of this bidii that we do is actually what brings all this pressure. Because in our mind, we've trained our mind that when I work hard, then I'll get results. And then you work hard and you're not getting results and you're frustrated. And sometimes, by the way, you can watch me do so many things and you think I'm working hard. No, I'm not. I'm playing. And when it's different, there's a difference between working hard and playing. Because play is, you can't tell someone that is in the football pitch and they are really enjoying themselves, but they are everywhere. You can see them in this corner and they're like, hey, man, you're working too hard. No, they're enjoying themselves. They're in their element. And so it's not about how much you do or not do. It's about what energy are you inspired? Are you coming from a place of pleasure? Are you doing things that you really want to do? Coach Miriam is saying at times the should makes me to slow down on my coaching. Yeah, because they are like, oh, I should, and everyone is doing this, so let me just, the mind goes into a lockdown. You're like, okay, it's better I just play safe. And so it doesn't do anything. And that's how some of us end up, rolling the banner and saying, okay, no. And I've seen coaches who graduate and for 5 years they don't do anything because of these shoulds. I feel like should, and then you just get in a place of so much pressure and you just stop. You just say, no, enough. I mean, sometimes it can be worse than when you are in full-time work. It can be bad where you're getting into a space of burnout because of the work you're doing as a coach. So, okay, so slow down, connect with yourself, and find that place of your center. Okay, so Coach Morai is saying, I think it's a limiting belief that I am not enough. Correct. It affects my energy because on good days I do well, on bad days I am low. Wow, thanks for the encouragement, Coach Jeff. I would trust my inspiration. Yes, Coach Morai, that is the place. I read somewhere, I can't remember the book, but I read this from a book. It says, the cave that you are afraid to enter is the one that holds your treasure. Very interesting. And so sometimes you feel if I let go, I will lose, because the mind naturally, it's not created to let go. And so people that let go are not people that are living from the mind. They are people that are living from the heart. Because the heart lets go. The heart can trust. The heart can surrender. The heart can flow. It can go in the rain and just, dance with life, and dance and activate that the true nature of who you are. You remember when you were a little girl, you were a little boy, and when the rain comes, you're going out and dancing in the rain, and everyone is worried you're going to be sick, and you're having crazy fun. This is what I'm talking about. That's what we are about to reactivate through this program. Because if you never test that in your adult life, I tell you, you are missing a lot. You want to get into the rain and let the drops go down as you dance in the rain and jump in those mud puddles and have fun. Do that which you love to do, and let that inspiration lead you from the heart. Be the one that decides, oh, I love this. I want to do this. I want to do this. So I enjoy this. I enjoy conversation on money. How about I do like an audio on WhatsApp about money and send it to several people on my contact list that may love this. And then you get people asking, oh, really, you became a coach? They didn't even know you became a coach. They didn't even know. And there are people that interact with you perhaps that don't know you are a coach, because you've not connected with them. Okay, so we are here to deal with the shoulds and release the weight down. Now, let me see on the comment section. Are you ready to let go your shoulds, no matter what or how they've been serving you? I need a commitment on the comment section. Are you ready? I do feel maybe some of us, we are still negotiating with our shoulds. We are still in that place of pressure. We are still, I don't know, are you ready? Because you have to get to a place where you are totally done with pressure. Like, I'm totally done, and there's nothing, you've tested and there's nothing coming from that. there's no life in pressure. Okay. So let me see on the comment section. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Thank you, coaches. That is important. That is part of this process, to make a commitment to let go. In fact, you know what? We have to divorce the should, because some of us were got actually married to shoulds. How do you get married to a should? You get married when you tell yourself the story that if there's no pressure, then there's no productivity, and it's a false story. Okay, so you feel that pressure is serving you, it's meeting a need, and most of the time it's a protective need. Okay, so you feel, oh, it's protecting me from looking like I'm doing nothing, so it's time to let it go. Okay, question: if joy were in charge, what would your day look like? Let me see on the comment section. If you let joy be in charge, how does your day look like as a coach? What would your day look like if you let joy be in charge? If you designed your day around joy, how does it look like? Let me get one or two coaches on the comment section. In fact, let's get as many as possible. Make sure you're participating. This is how it seems, because you're participating. If you just sit and listen, you get 7%. If you participate, you get 93%. And that's what I want you to get. What is it? If you let, and I want you to imagine allowing yourself to live from that place of joy. How does your day look like? Let me just read some of these responses. How does your day look like if you live from that place? Coach Sylvia is saying, my day would just bloom and flow. Yes. So I want you to find a metaphor, Coach Sylvia, and all of us, really find a metaphor that describes how your day will feel like. How does it feel like? What is a metaphor? What is that metaphor? A metaphor is a figure of speech. It's like, my day will feel like flowing like a river. I'll feel like a bird on the mountaintop, an eagle on the sky. I'll feel like, what is a metaphor that represents how you'd feel if you let joy take over? Let me see the metaphor that you choose. Each one of us to choose a metaphor. What is the metaphor? Because metaphors are great in your coaching, because metaphors are readily accepted by the subconscious mind. Like when I say, oh, my coaching feels like an eagle on the sky. No, it feels like an eagle on the top of the mountain, just looking at its world from below. It feels like, wow, you just put your energy there and you can feel it. So how does it feel like if it were a metaphor? How does it feel like? Not that on your coaching book. I want you to come up with a metaphor. Coach Joan is saying, like a smooth flowing clear river. Wow, beautiful. My day will be a strong tower from which I operate powerfully. Yes, I love that. A monk during ecstasy. Oh, beautiful. I'll be as happy as a queen. Wow. Okay. My day would feel like sunny day at the beach. Ooh, okay. I love that. And a coconut tree. That's familiar. My day would be easy. I feel like I live in a penthouse with the best view. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful autumn season. Wow, look at that. Now bring that metaphor. Make sure you write it down, because you're going to go back to that metaphor. Metaphors are powerful. They really anchor the message that we want to leave. Okay, question number 2. What do you love doing that doesn't follow traditional rules? Now, I want you to answer that question as we move. I can see our time. We have very good 12 minutes that we can make use of. But tell me, what do you love? What do you love doing that doesn't follow traditional rules. What is that? It can be recording audio. You know, not all of us here will fit our energy on YouTube. Not everyone will feel, you know, my energy, I'm serving from a place of joy from YouTube. Some of us just need the mic. Some of us just need to open WhatsApp audio and share with the world. Some of us just need to read, to write. And the more we write, the more we are connecting with the ideal client. Let's see on the comment section. Maybe you can inspire someone. What do you love doing that doesn't follow traditional rules? Let me see on the comment section. What is that? Something you love that doesn't follow traditional rules. What is that? Let me see on the comment section. Something you love about your coaching business that doesn't follow traditional rules. Anyone that wants to share? Anyone that wants to share? What is that you love? Wow, sweet like natural honey. Oh, nice, Coach Charles. Yes, that is awesome. I love it. What is it that you love that doesn't follow traditional rules? What is that? What is that? Anyone that wants to share with us, you can just unmute yourself or share on the comment section. What do you love that doesn't follow traditional rules? So don't even think what you learned in your coaching school. Don't think what you learned in your coaching class. This is about you, how you flow. What do you like to share with the world that doesn't follow traditional rules? I love Coach Joanne saying, I love writing everything and doing TikTok videos. Perfect. Now I want you to pin that on, write it on your coaching book, because we'll come back to that. I love writing everything. Yeah, so you write everything and then go on TikTok. Amazing. And in fact, we'll be getting into an interactive Facebook group that is a secret group where we can share all these together and inspire one another. I love writing and pouring out my mind. Thank you, Coach Miriam. Yes, I see that. Coach Sue is saying I use personal stories as teachable moments. Beautiful. I love that. I love that. Awesome. And you can see all of us are flowing in our energy and element. Very good. Who else wants to share? Keep sharing. Now, another question. How does your body respond when you follow joy? How does it respond when you follow joy? When you do what you feel like doing, how does your body respond? How does your body respond? How does your body respond when you follow joy? Coach Happiness is saying, sharing my experiences. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. Sharing my experiences. So Coach Happiness, share your experiences, including the one you are having at D.L.C. That's your nature. Just flow in that. Don't press pause. Your clients are waiting to hear from you. What are your experiences, including this one here? Keep sharing your experiences. I love listening to people who inspire me. Relaxed, energized. Let me see. My body feels relaxed. Yeah. So now we are in the next question. How does your body respond? With peaceful and fulfilled. Yes. Positive energy, relaxed. Coach Margaret is saying, I love using science and spirituality. Very, very important. Thank you so much. Soak into that. Soak into that. Okay. So when you do that, when you flow from a place of pleasure, how does your body respond? Again, it's always good to listen to your body, because your body tells you, gives you a hint of where the universe is calling you. The body will just give you the hint. And how does it respond when you serve from a place of joy? You know, there's no holding back. You're just joyfully serving from that place of joy. So as Coach Irene say, I feel relaxed. Coach Wamwene, I bloom. I feel confident and energetic. Coach Mary, relaxed, feels recharged and elevated. Coach Charles, Coach Margaret, my body feels open and not tense. Yes. I mean, don't we all want this experience? See, life is about experiences. You don't want the same experiences you had in your workplace when you were doing 8 to 5 to be the same experience you have with your coaching, where it's always about pressure, pressure, pressure. And it can be so. It can be so. I got into a place where, yeah, it's true, you're making money, but there's so much pressure. You're like, no. And just said, called on, and I'm like, block this week. I'm not doing anything. These days I'm not doing, and just went for a retreat, and no one, I'm not seeing anyone. And there's a part of me that like, oh, that's time lost. You should be serving. But the moment I opened my calendar, the ideal clients were showing because I was energetically aligned. And by the way, if you ever feel like something is missing in you, like you're broken, like you're not the right coach, like something is missing in you, then you know that is not true. The truth is you are actually complete and you are enough. Nothing is missing. And when you show up from the truth, not from the lies, you're going to feel the energy of joy because it's like you're going back to reset, back to factory setting where you are created in the image and likeness of God. God is not insecure. God is not trying to please anyone. God is not needy. God is not needing anyone. God did not even need you. You see, so when you start from that place of being grounded in joy, then you become like your Father in heaven. You're not coming from a place of pressure. And people can sense that. People are looking for that energy. Energy is a currency. By the way, you charge people not for sessions. If your coaching is about charging people, oh, I charge 7,500 for a session, then really you're not giving people value. But if you charge for energy, just meeting me, you're meeting my energy, my presence, and that is priceless. Just charging that without me saying anything, having to say, I don't have to say anything. So you have to get to a place where you can see your value, that you being present with someone itself is currency. It's a transaction of energy. And that joy you bring is what people are looking for. People are not looking for sessions. And by the way, just for the record, session charging is the least form of transaction in the world of helping profession. It goes for 1,000 bob and below. Sometimes if you're lucky, 1,500. Okay, so you don't want to fall into that category of, oh, I'm selling sessions. How many sessions do you want? No. Do you want to experience joy? Do you want to connect with your highest possible version of you and reach that ecstasy where you can touch, hear, and see the intent of God for your life? Then connect with me. If you're not this kind of a person, don't dare. You see, when you do that, you cut yourself above anyone else because no one can facilitate that kind of transformation like you. And that's how you go beyond competition. You're not competing with anyone. You are not, and no one can take anything from you. And so from that point, that's how you begin to take back your power. Okay, so at least we have this experience where we know this is how I want to feel. I want to feel energized. And this is the commitment we are making with ourselves. So we can feel that sense of energy. So let me remind you why you started coaching. Most of us came into the coaching world because we craved freedom. We wanted purpose. We wanted joy. We wanted impact. But somehow, after some time, you find yourself getting into the pressure you escaped from. And my invitation in this conversation is that you are able to release, let it go. Okay? So I want you to write this on your notebook. You can process this after the session. What's one main should that you're going to release tonight before our second session? In fact, not even this week, tonight. One should that you're making a commitment and you're going to write. I will invite you on a private Facebook group, and I want you to post there. No one else can see our conversations. You can post there, apart from the coaches in that group. You can post there the assignment for today. So the assignment for today is, what is one should that you're ready to let go of, and you're making the commitment today? And commitment is not a wish. Commitment is you are convinced beyond any shadow of doubt that this pressure doesn't serve you. So what is the one should? Write that assignment down. What is the one should? And then what joyful action could you replace it with? What is the joyful action that you're going to replace it with starting today, not tomorrow? Tomorrow we are dealing with a different subject altogether. What is it that you can replace it with? And how can you anchor this in your body? I believe this. Any transformation that is just stays in the mind and is not felt in the body is not real transformation. And that's why you really must have body, mind, and soul connection, where whatever you're committing to is felt in the body. And that's why you want to make an affirmation using your body and your body and your voice. You want to make those affirmations from a place of power. Okay? And there's one I created here. I would like us to say together. Another assignment here, identify, okay, we've already done that. And reflect on how your energy, creativity, and confidence will shift. That's something else I want you to add in your assignment for today. I'll be sending you through Anne. I'll be sending you the link to the private Facebook group that you can join. This is what I would like us to say together. Unmute yourself and let's repeat this together. Unmute yourself. I want to hear your voices. Unmute yourself. Let's say this together. I give myself full permission to build my business from joy.
Build my business from joy
and not pressure. I trust that what feels good can lead to everything I desire.
Trust that what feels good can lead to
Okay, now let's say it together. 1, 2, 3, go. Say it like you mean it. Let's go. I give
myself permission to build my business from joy, not pressure. I trust that what feels good
I give myself full permission to build my
everything
business from pressure.
I
Trust that what feels good
now
can lead.
I want you to anchor it in your body, like make that confession anchored in your body. And so you're not just saying I give, you're saying I give myself full permission to build my business from joy, not pressure. Okay, 1, 2, 3, let's go. Action. I give myself full permission to build my business from joy, not pressure. I trust that what feels good can lead to everything I desire. Oh, awesome. Now I want you to mean it. I want you to mean it. So as you say it, you're putting your hands on your chest, and really feel it. If you need to close your eyes, but really feel it. 1, 2, 3, go.
I give myself permission to build my business from joy, not pressure. I trust that what feels good can lead to everything I desire.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, how does that feel? How does
Good.
that feel, even as you say it? How does it feel?
It feels great.
Yeah, that's really powerful, right? So that's what we are doing. And tomorrow, we are here again, 7 p.m. Please keep time. And I want you to write that statement so that you are able to repeat that throughout till we meet again. Okay? All right, so this is tomorrow we'll be looking at your joy zone and really getting deeper into how we can anchor this in your subconscious mind so you can flow in that place of your genius, what you are created to be and to do. It must feel good, and if it feels good, it's going to deliver results for you. Thank you, and God bless you. Good night. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Coach.
Good night. Good night.